1. Introduction. ROSEP. The United States government was on track in the Biden administration to reduce the prices for both clean energy heat pumps and clean energy electric cars. Trump tariffs are expected to upset those plans to prevent future air pollution and prevent climate change. The United States government should, instead of certifying wood stoves as safe when they are not safe, go forward with regulations that ban wood stove use and direct government money for use of forest refuse only. For home building and furniture building. For just a few examples of use of forest products for non-burning uses, it is well known from scientific and medical research that wood burning is a substantial source of PM 2.5 emissions, yet the wood burning industry uses the scientifically debunked theory named carbon neutrality of wood burning to argue that wood burning replacing coal burning in industry and in a trickle-down argument that wood burning should continue for home heating should continue. Presumably because it is called renewable. Wood may be renewable in the sense that a tree can be planted in the place of a cut-down burned tree, but it takes centuries or decades for the newly planted tree to attain the stature of the cut-down burned tree. During those centuries or decades, photosynthesis, which converts CO2 to oxygen and so sequesters some carbon, will not take place at the same rate as photosynthesis was performed previously, and wood burning emits both CO2 and PM 2.5, and PM 2.5 is not absorbed by trees, so PM 2.5 is not diminished by planting a tree in the place of a cut-down and burned tree. In fact, a living tree closes its pores against the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning, just as humans hold their breath in the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning. And when a tree closes its pores, the level of photosynthesis that absorbs CO2 pollution goes down. Wood burning emits 90% PM 2.5 particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lungs, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Contrary to many beliefs, wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel coal burning, and wood burning emits 450 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel natural gas burning. Replacing coal burning with wood burning creates more air pollution in the form of CO2 and PM 2.5 than coal burning. This emission data comes from testing the cleanest burning wood stove in the United Kingdom, the Eco-Design Wood Stove, and International Convention does not count the emissions from wood burning. The emissions from wood burning are erased from all countries around the world when calculating if each country has met its climate goals. This non-counting or erasure of wood burning emissions data from climate goals does not mean wood burning emissions do not exist. ROSEP. Purple air PM 2.5 monitors hanging from the eaves of the house of a near neighbor should be used to measure the level of PM 2.5 in the air hyperlocally in the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners. If PM 2.5 levels exceed World Health Organization standards of 5 micrograms per cubic meter annually, then that evidence of air pollution from wood burning should lead to the shutdown of that indoor residential wood burning appliance, one appliance at a time if necessary.
Hi, my name is Lily. Andrew gave you the intro to residents against wood smoke emission particulates and their concern for air pollution from indoor residential wood burning. Residents against wood smoke emission particulates, or ROSEP, would like every near neighbor of an indoor residential wood burner whose wood smoke enters their yards and sickens the near neighbors to have a purple air PM 2.5 monitor hanging from the eaves of their home to measure the level of PM 2.5 entering their yards. That measurement of air pollution should be used as evidence of unnecessary air pollution, and each indoor residential wood burner should be shut down based on that evidence, one indoor residential wood burner at a time if necessary. The presentation by Andrew ended at 2 minutes 5 seconds. The same presentation by Emma starts at 2 minutes 3 seconds before the end of this podcast. So I am Lily, your timekeeper, and you can start the next podcast at 2 minutes 5 seconds in if you would not like to see the presentation by Andrew a second time. This presentation by me, Lily, ends at 5 minutes in. What you will see in the main content of this ROSEP podcast will be news about air pollution from indoor residential wood burning and how that air pollution is being combated by ordinary people just like you who are unfortunately near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners at this time. There will also be news about unnecessary and highly polluting use of wood as fuel in industrial wood burners and preventable air pollution from wood burning wildfires. There will also be news about air pollution from PM 2.5 from gas-powered cars. There will also be news about airborne diseases which are also preventable with vaccines such as COVID-19 and measles and whooping cough, to name just a few. In 2025, Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates is also concerned with combating the Trump destruction of government funding for programs which protect human health through the Department of Health and Human Services, and Trump destruction of programs which fund the science and medical research plan to protect human health from preventable illnesses. Protecting human health is a patriotic act, and our defense against enemies is weakened if we are not as healthy as we can be. Heat pump rebates are now offered by the federal government, distributed through the eligible United States, are available in 2025, and are the best, cleanest, and now cheapest alternative to indoor residential wood burning if that burning is actually done to purportedly save money. Wind and solar as sources of the electricity that powers heat pumps and electric cars is also cheaper than burning wood. The adverse health effects that are caused by indoor residential wood burning also come at a cost to near neighbors, both in shortening and ending their lives, and in actual hospital, clinic, and funeral costs. Instead of being compensated monetarily, near neighbors should instead be able to achieve immediate relief by stopping indoor residential wood burning in their hyper-localized neighborhoods, which relief readings from purple air PM 2.5 monitors used as evidence of air pollution will help them achieve. Welcome to news about hopeful scientific and medical achievements that will also help us achieve the goal of clean air to breathe.
Web 57DHYAFZZFLYM, July 14th. 2026 battery rebates in Australia allow balcony solar power storage. In this webisode, 1 World, 2 United States, 3 Arizona, 4 California, 5 Colorado, 6 Hawaii, 7 Idaho, 8 Minnesota, 9 Montana, 10 New Hampshire, 11 North Carolina, 12 Oklahoma, 13 Oregon, 14 Pennsylvania, 15 Vermont, 16 Washington, 17 Canada, 18 Brazil, 19 Australia, 20 Europe, 21 Spain, 22 India. Main content. 1 World Heat Pump Study finds residential heat pumps offer flexibility potential even during coldest periods. PV Magazine, an international research team, found that residential air-to-water heat pumps retain significant operational flexibility even during extreme. 2 A United States heat pump. Are heat pumps becoming cheaper? What buyers should know: in 2026, the independent heat pumps are becoming more affordable, but buyers need to look beyond the unit price. Here's what affects installation and running costs. In 2B United States heat pump, Daikin unveils inverter-driven rooftop heat pump for light commercial buildings. PV Magazine, Daikin has unveiled an inverter-driven rooftop heat pump offering 7.5 ton to 10 ton capacities. The system uses defluoromethane refrigerant. In 2C United States heat pump running costs after the July price cap. Will they still save money? AOL, it means a heat pump now needs a lower efficiency multiple to match a gas boiler on cost than it did 3 months ago. Even though every household's 2D United States heat pumps are catching standard ACs on US sales, even beating them for a month. For the first time, Yahoo Shopping heat pumps can perform 2 to 4 times as efficiently as fossil-fueled heating, according to Canary Media, offering a low-emissions way to keep. 2E United States heat pump home experts say if you skip doing this in the summer, you'll regret it in the winter. Yahoo Shopping heating equipment, whether it's a furnace, boiler, or heat pump. Why now? Well, for starters, HVAC pros tend not to be as busy during the summer. 2F United States PM 2.5 is long-term air pollution exposure linked to Parkinson's disease, dementia. Neurology advisor: long-term exposure to fine particulate matter PM 2.5 and nitrogen dioxide NO2 is associated with an increased risk for dementia. With Lewy body dementia. 2G United States heat pump, more than just flipping the switch in RDC. As a result, even highly efficient heat pumps, which are often at least twice as efficient as gas boilers, face unfavorable operating economics. 2H United States PM 2.5 NASA satellite data helps counties monitor air pollution. RT respiratory therapy. New research suggests NASA satellite-derived estimates of fine particulate matter can fill gaps in ground-based monitoring networks to improve public health. NASA satellite data helps counties monitor air pollution. NASA satellite observations are playing a growing role in tracking air quality, especially in areas without ground-based monitors. New research published in GeoHealth shows how satellite-derived estimates of fine particulate matter PM 2.5 can fill critical data gaps across the U.S. American Lung Association addressing the monitoring gap. Nearly 80% of U.S. counties lack ground-based particle pollution monitors, leaving about 30% of the population unmonitored. Respiratory therapy. NASA's data can estimate PM 2.5 levels in these areas, complementing the existing Environmental Protection Agency EPA network. Key findings from the studies: 2 peer-reviewed studies found 63 unmonitored counties had estimated PM 2.5 levels consistent with failing grades in the American Lung Association's annual State of the Air report. American Lung Association differences between satellite and ground-based data were most common in the western U.S., especially in regions with mountains, deserts, frequent wildfires. Few monitors large county areas or extreme pollution levels. Excerpts edited by residents against with smoke emission particulates for brevity and clarity. American Lung Association. These differences grow larger as multiple risk factors are present, highlighting where caution is needed when combining datasets for policy or health decisions. How the NASA data works. NASA satellites, such as those carrying the TEMPO instrument, measure pollutants like particulate matter by observing how sunlight is absorbed and scattered in the atmosphere. NASA TEMPO provides near real-time, high-resolution data down to neighborhood scale over North America, enabling rapid detection of pollution events. NASA applications. Public health, identifying high-risk areas for respiratory illness. Policy, informing air quality standards and mitigation strategies. Research, supporting epidemiological studies and environmental monitoring. Bottom line, the NASA satellite data can now help counties, especially those without monitors, track and respond to air pollution, improving public health insights and environmental management. American Lung Association. New research based on NASA data shows potential for satellites to monitor air pollution. 2 studies published in GeoHealth explore use of satellite-derived data to track pollution in areas without ground-based monitors. Washington, D.C., July 7, 2026. Today, peer-reviewed journal GeoHealth published 2 research studies that show how data from NASA satellites in space can help people better understand local air quality on the ground. Specifically, the studies examine the use of satellite-derived estimates of fine particulate matter PM 2.5 to complement the existing U.S. air quality monitoring network and quantify particle pollution in counties where there are no air quality monitors. This is significant because nearly 80% of counties do not have ground-based monitors for particle pollution. The authors of the report are leading air quality experts from the University of Wisconsin, Madison, Washington University in St. Louis, and the American Lung Association. The first article applying satellite-derived PM 2.5 data to policy-relevant air quality metrics applies a new approach to identify areas with high levels of unhealthy particle pollution using grid satellite-derived data. The study found 63 counties without air quality monitors that show estimated levels of particle pollution consistent with failing grades on the American Lung Association annual State of the Air report. The findings suggest new methods of analyzing satellite-derived data can help improve insights into air quality across the country. The second article, comparison of policy-relevant air quality metrics calculated with sparse in situ monitoring and contiguous satellite-derived data, sought to understand where and why satellite-derived data and ground-based monitor data from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency aligned or conflicted. 2I United States PM 2.5 reading the clues in the air as haze risks rise. Eureka alert. During smoke haze episodes, PM 2.5 is usually the dominant pollutant reflected in PSI readings, but not all PM 2.5 is the same, its chemical makeup. 2J United States heat pump rebate sizing the battery of my sister to store free daytime electricity. Solar quotes, the federal battery rebate, high electricity prices affordable, and top 10 heat pump brands. Heat pump installation. Heat pump STC calculator excerpts edited by residents against with smoke emission particulates for brevity and clarity. AI overview copilot search, branding how to size a battery to store free daytime. Solar electricity, if the solar system of your sister can be topped up with free daytime grid electricity, for example, via a solar sharer plan, the battery size can be smaller than if she were relying solely on solar generation. This is because the free electricity fills in the gaps when solar output is low, reducing the need for large storage. Step 1. Know her energy. Use the example in the sizing guide shows that over a year the household consumed just under 6,500 kilowatt-hour of grid electricity based on that a first estimate was approximately 22 kilowatt-hour of battery capacity, plus extra for backup daily. Use 6,500 kilowatt-hour divided by 365 equals approximately 17.8 kilowatt-hour per day. This is the baseline you will use to size the battery. Step 2. Factor in solar output. With a 6.6 kilowatt solar system, she can generate significant daytime power if she can also draw free electricity during the day. The role of the battery shifts from full day storage to nighttime and low solar storage. This means the battery does not need to store the entire daily load. It can be charged during the day and discharged at night. Step 3. Adjust for free daytime charging. The key benefit is that free daytime electricity can be used to charge the battery when solar is available, reducing the need for large capacity. In the example, the author recommended a little more than 22 kilowatt-hour to account for both solar-only periods and the extra savings from free charging. If free charging is frequent and reliable, you can size the battery closer to the baseline 22 kilowatt-hour and add only a small buffer for backup. Step 4. Consider backup and usable capacity. Usable capacity lithium batteries LiFePO4 are approximately 90 to 95% usable. Lead acid is approximately 50%. SolarTechOnline.com degradation plan for approximately 20% capacity loss over 10 years. Backup if she wants to run critical loads during outages, add 10 to 20% extra capacity. Step 5. Example sizing. If her daily load is 17.8 kilowatt-hour and she can fully charge the battery during the day, solar plus free grid, a 25 to 30 kilowatt-hour lithium battery could be sufficient for bill reduction and some backup, with the rest covered by free daytime charging. This is smaller than a full autonomy battery, which might need 40 plus kilowatt-hour for off-grid independence. Step 6. Tools and data. Use a battery sizing calculator that can model free daytime charging. Future versions of some tools will include this if possible. Get her smart meter data in EM12.CSV to see actual solar generation and grid draw patterns. Bottom line, with free daytime electricity topping up the battery, her sister can likely size the battery to approximately 25 to 30 kilowatt-hour lithium for most of her needs, plus a small buffer for backup, rather than the full 40 plus kilowatt-hour needed for off-grid independence. This maximizes savings while keeping costs reasonable. 2K United States idiot corner Rozep view. Just do not burn wood to begin with. From the article headline, wood burning updated. ASA ruling pours cold water on wood burning stove emissions, claims Business Green. A further page titled #positive wood burning campaign added that used in the correct way a modern wood burning stove is very low emission. 2L United States the very good and very bad news on climate. Rozep view. Why does it matter to a true environmentalist in 2026 that Darwin said that fire marked our species? Wood burning with primitive fires is polluting, and there are clean alternatives to wood fires in 2026. Reverting to old methods of home and food heating will hasten climate change. Excerpts edited by residents against wood smoke emissions for brevity and clarity. The New York Times, July 10, 2026. Advancements in renewable energy are paving the way for a new climate politics. The environmentalist Bill McKibben articulates some of the possibilities in this new era of energy abundance. Here is the good news: green energy is getting better and cheaper faster than we had ever dared hope. This next sentence was unimaginable even a few years ago. In April, the energy think tank Ember found that all of the new electricity demand around the world in 2025 was met with green power. But here is the bad news: climate change is accelerating. We are discovering new ways that the climate system is more fragile, more sensitive to emissions. Sometime earlier this decade, it became cheaper to produce energy from the sun and the wind than from setting stuff on fire. That is a big line, by the way. Darwin said fire and language were the two things that marked our species, but now we live on a planet where the cheapest way to make energy is to point a sheet of glass at the sun. 2M United States PM 2.5. Why wildfire smoke is now a nationwide issue. American Lung Association particulate matter PM 2.5. Most experts focus on the dangerous effects of PM 2.5 because it is the primary pollutant, and the health effects are too. In United States heat pump. Will U.S. households still buy heat pumps without a tax credit? Energy Institute blog WordPress.com. The last few years were a great time to buy a heat pump. U.S. households installing a heat pump during 2023, 2024, and 2025 could claim a 30% 3A Arizona wood burning. The Arizona Department of Environmental Quality has issued a PM 10 High Pollution Arizona Emergency Information Network. Wood burning in residential fireplaces, chimneys, outdoor fire pits, and similar outdoor fires is prohibited in Maricopa County. This includes 3B Arizona. Wood burning Arizona man pleads guilty after illegally living in forest for years among 1,000 pounds of trash. The Guardian wood burning campfire despite fire restrictions, and that he had told investigators that he had been living in the forest for about 8 years. 3C Arizona wood burning man found living in national forest surrounded by 1,000 pounds of trash. Officials ABC News. The campsite located along National Forest System Road 1006 contained a wood burning fire. Gatz told the officers he had been living in that 4A California heat pump rebate. California paid them $8,000 to rip out their lawn, and bees, hummingbirds, and lizards moved in to cool down after using a California rebate to remove a thirsty lawn. One, during heat waves, a lack of air conditioning could leave vulnerable. 4B California heat pump rebate mini split. Heat pump rebates. California 2026 Delocor launches OpenPR.com. The state expanded available funding sharply in March 2026 with the launch of Tech Clean California, a new initiative that establishes the highest 4C California Los Angeles heat pump rebate. How to apply for the LA to WP attic insulation rebate, a step-by-step guide for Los Angeles financial content heat pump rebate, and what Los Angeles homeowners can claim. 4D California Palo Alto heat pump rebate around town. Cook off Champs Police Party heat pump rebates. Palo Alto online. The discount would be applied in conjunction with other existing rebates. According to the city's utilities department, the heat pump water heater. 4E California San Francisco would smoke. Wildfire smoke is eroding clean air. Progress across U.S., including Bay Area study, finds the Mercury News wood burning is prohibited, but northerly winds and changing wind patterns are expected to make it tougher to breathe. 5A Colorado Aspen would smoke. Colorado River public lands reopen as Snyder fire containment increases. The Aspen time. Stage 2 fire restrictions banning all open fire or flames, including charcoal grills and wood burning stoves, remain in effect as extreme fire. 5B Colorado Aspen wood burning a contradiction. No fires or are some permitted. Opinion. Aspen Daily News.com. Aspen Daily News. Fire restrictions banning all open fire or flames, including charcoal grills and wood burning stoves, remain in effect, so no fires. Is my 5C Colorado Aspen would smoke. Skies clear for now after smoke fills Roaring Fork Valley. News. Aspen Daily News.com. Aspen Daily News. The air pollution would get really bad in the winter. The sources were primarily found to be wood burning fireplaces, restaurant grills, and dust. 5D Colorado Mesa County wood burning. Colorado River public lands reopen as Snyder fire containment increases. Summit Daily Fire in Mesa County. Stage 2 fire restrictions banning all open fire or flames, including charcoal grills and wood burning stoves, remain in. 5E Colorado Pagosa Springs would smoke. Pagosa Springs announces Stage 2 fire restrictions effective July 6th. Pagosa Daily Post wood burning fire. Open burning burn barrels and agricultural burning smoking outdoors except within an enclosed vehicle or building. The use. 5F Colorado Pagosa Springs would smoke. Tips for protecting yourself from wildfire smoke. The Pagosa Springs Sun. Pagosa Sun avoid doing things that add particles to indoor air, including burning candles, using aerosol sprays, for example hairspray, or using a fireplace wood. 6A Hawaii heat pump rebate. Hawaii Energy announces rebates to help residents, businesses lower energy costs. Big Island now heat pump water heater up to $700 instant rebate. Heat pump water heater tune up and up to $325 instant rebate. Appliances and lighting. Energy Star. 6B Hawaii heat pump rebate. Hawaii Energy offers rebate program to help lower electric bills. Spectrum News heat pump water heater tune up and up to $325 instant rebate. Appliances and lighting. Energy Star refrigerator trade up $250 rebate with trade enough. 7 Idaho would smoke. Is smoke in the air? Here's how to protect your lungs. Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. Idaho.gov. If you can smell smoke, you are likely breathing smoke particles, as well burning candles, smoking using wood burning stoves, or other. 8 Minnesota Fall Lake Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness wood burning campfires restricted within BWCW effective July 11, 2026. USDA Forest Service igniting, building, maintaining, attending, or using a campfire fire, including charcoal grills and barbecues, coal and wood burning stoves. 9 Montana Butte County would smoke. Butte County Air District reopens 3 clean air funding programs through August 14th. Action News now. The wood smoke reduction program helps homeowners replace older wood burning heating devices that produce excessive smoke with cleaner burning. 10 New Hampshire heat pump maintenance explained in Hello Nation featuring HVAC expert Sean McGorry. Yahoo Finance. What should homeowners in Bedford, New Hampshire know about keeping their heat pumps operating efficiently throughout the year? 11 North Carolina Rutherford County Ordinance and wood burning watch. Rutherford County Commissioners adopt burn ban ordinance. Advanced Transit and Cops in Congress by Annie Dance. Substack. Although North Carolina law already allows the state to issue burn bans, county officials said the local ordinance provides Rutherford County with 12 Oklahoma and Oklahoma City would smoke. Family wakes up to smell of smoke, escapes to safety after fire sparks at Northwest OKC home. YouTube family wakes up to smell of smoke, escapes to safety after fire sparks at Northwest OKC home. 13 Oregon Medford would smoke. Jackson County Public Health warns residents about air quality impacts. Health Watch. KDRV. Other sources of particles within the home should be reduced or eliminated, including smoking using gas, wood burning stoves, or furnaces. Aerosol. 14 Pennsylvania PM 2.5. What a court ruling on upholding a Biden-era air quality standard means for Pennsylvania. The Allegheny Front. What is the PM 2.5 standard and why is it important? PM 2.5 are tiny particles, particulate matter smaller than 2.5 microns, which are 1. 15 Vermont Bennington Ordinance and wood burning ordinance and would smoke. North Bennington Village trustees adopt open burning ordinance. Bennington banner with permits from the fire warden. The ordinance allows campfires and with conditions the open burning of natural wood and non-woody vegetation. 16A Washington Bellingham wood burning suspected. Wood burning stove catches fire, damages Bellingham house, injures 1. Cairo 7 Bellingham firefighters were dispatched to a house in the 3000 block of Walnut Street yesterday, July 6th, around 1:26 p.m. following reports of a 16B Washington Seattle heat pump rebate. Learn how to save $6,000 on a heat pump that provides cooling and more ways to prepare. GreenSpaceSeattle.gov. Through our Clean Heat program, Seattle households of any income can get $2,000 in rebates toward a qualified heat pump. And income-eligible heat pumps work by capturing heat from outside air and moving it inside to heat the house in the winter. In the summer, it cools the house. By moving 16C, Washington, Seattle. Regarding Washington, D.C. PM 2.5 trumps fireworks spectacle sent D.C. Air pollution to unhealthy levels. The Seattle Times. Particulate matter or PM 2.5 passed the Environmental Protection Agency's threshold for unhealthy air. President Donald Trump had promised that 17 Canada British Columbia Coquitlam Heat Pump Rebate funds up costs and emissions down at Coquitlam's Mundy Park Pool BC Hydro Heating System maintenance rebates in air source heat pump and high-efficiency gas boiler heat the pool's water while another heat pump provides. 18 Brazil PM 2.5 Causal effects of wildfire PM 2.5 on hospital costs and length of stay in Brazil Nature abstract to quantify the hospital burden of short-term wildfire-specific fine particulate matter PM 2.5. We linked 184.5 million patient. 19 Australia heat pump rebate Victorian households turn to heat pumps and solar batteries as energy rebate issue settings excerpts edited by residents against with smoke emissions for brevity and clarity wire as Victoria's energy rebate landscape changes more households are upgrading to heat pumps and solar batteries according to Positive Carbon AI Overview Copilot Search Branding Australia Victorian households shift to heat pumps and solar batteries. As rebate settings change, Victorian households are increasingly installing heat pump hot water systems and solar battery storage as the state's energy rebate landscape changes according to Positive Carbon, a local energy upgrade provider issue wire. Why the shift is happening. The Victorian Energy Upgrades VU program periodically revises the rebate value for approved energy-efficient upgrades. Industry providers report that homeowners are bringing forward upgrade decisions to take advantage of current rebate levels before they are reduced or changed. Issue wire heat pump hot water systems extract heat from the air rather than generating it directly, using far less electricity than older electric storage units when paired with a solar battery. Households can run these systems on self-generated solar power, reducing grid reliance and compounding savings. Issue wire rebate landscape VU program covers heat pumps, solar panels, batteries, and efficient HVAC systems. Rebates are paid up front as Victorian Energy Efficiency Certificates VEC sold to retailers. EvoLight.com. AU Solar Homes program offers a $1,400 rebate for solar panels plus a $1,400 interest-free loan and up to $1,000 for a heat pump hot water system, cutting $3,800 from upfront costs. Solar 2026 updates VU extended to 2045 with higher efficiency standards and new technologies added. Heat pumps can yield up to $1,000 to $1,400 rebates, and solar batteries are now more affordable with federal incentives. Impact and savings. A heat pump hot water system alone can save up to $330 per year, with solar savings can reach $1,000 per year. Premier of Victoria. Since 2018, over 300,000 solar panels and 31,000 heat pumps have been installed, with 2024 recording the largest year on record. Solar Victoria, the combined uptake of solar heat pumps and batteries has helped push daytime wholesale electricity prices to historic lows, benefiting all consumers. Solar Victoria. How to act. Providers like Positive Carbon offer free site assessments, tailored upgrade plans, and financing options such as Bright, allowing households to spread costs. Issue wire eligibility is determined by VU or Solar Homes program criteria, and upgrades must be installed by accredited providers. Bottom line, as Victorian rebate settings shift, homeowners are capitalizing on current incentives to electrify heating and hot water, store solar energy, and cut long-term energy bills, a trend that is accelerating with program extensions and higher efficiency standards. 20 Europe PM 2.5 EU relaxes pig and poultry pollution rules, cattle off the hook. European Environmental Bureau PM 2.5. Meanwhile, emissions from factory farms continue to fuel climate change at a time when Europe is facing record heat waves, wildfires. 21 Spain PM 2.5 Lenovo Valencia Spain Air Quality Index AccuWeather Fair 49.15 micrograms per cubic meter. PM 2.5 Fine particulate matter are inhalable pollutant particles with a diameter less than 2.5 micrometers that can enter the human lung. 22 India Hisar City PM 2.5 forecasting ambient PM 2.5 and PM 10 concentrations in Hisar City through machine learning. Nature. Hisar City, which resides in northwest India, experiences high levels of PM 2.5 and PM 10 pollution because of vehicular and industrial emissions. Webisode 57DHYAFZZFLYM. January 11, 2026. Congress is racing to undo thousands of cuts to federal science programs. Cartoon 1 of 5. Congress is racing to undo thousands of cuts to federal science programs. Cell 1. The current government bid for an overall cut in scientific funding to $154 billion from $198 billion would be a plunge of 22%. Cell 2. This week, the Senate Appropriations Committee released a bipartisan package of bills. Cell 3 that largely scraps the current government-planned cuts to federal science programs. Cell 4. Congress will set aside roughly $188 billion for federal research. Cartoon 2 of 5. Congress is racing to undo thousands of cuts to federal science programs. Cell 1. $188 billion for federal research will only be a drop of 4%. Cell 2. This rejects the current government push to let our competitors do laps around us. Cell 3. Last year, the current government administration called for a cut in federal basic research of more than 1/3. Cell 4. The current government sought even larger cuts for the National Science Foundation, which sponsors much of the nation's basic research. Cartoon 3 of 5. Congress is racing to undo thousands of cuts to federal science programs. Cell 1. The current government proposed that the National Science Foundation NSF budget be slashed to $3.9 billion. Cell 2. From $8.8 billion, a drop of 56%. Cell 3. The Senate package countered with a reduction to $8.75 billion. Cell 4, or less than 1%. Cartoon 4 of 5 Congress is racing to undo thousands of cuts to federal science programs. Cell 1 the Senate package includes $24.4 billion for NASA, a 1.6% cut. Cell 2, $8.8 billion for the Environmental Protection Agency EPA, a 4% cut. Cell 3, $8.4 billion for the Department of Energy Office of Science, a 1.9% increase. Cell 4, $6.2 billion for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, roughly flat. Cartoon 5 of 5 Congress is racing to undo thousands of cuts to federal science programs. Cell 1 the Senate and the House are now not far apart for negotiations on a final budget. Cell 2 the House's moves on 2026 science budgeting add up to $185 billion, which is close to the Senate figure of $188 billion. Cell 3, but this cannot undo the damage that the current government administration frenzy of budget cutting and administrative chaos. Cell 4 brought to the nation's scientific establishment.
Webisode 57DHYAFZZFLYM January 11, 2025 If science funds are restored, then fund alternatives to wood burning. Cartoon 1 of 5 If science funds are restored, then fund alternatives to wood burning. Cell 1 fund heat pumps that work down to 40 degrees below zero and also act as air conditioners. Cell 2 fund extending a smart electric grid everywhere, including all rural areas. Cell 3 fund wind and solar energy sources that produce electricity sent to the smart grid. Cell 4 fund batteries that store the electricity produced by wind and solar long-term for use in emergencies. Cartoon 2 of 5 If science funds are restored, then cut dirty energy that is now funded. Cell 1 cut funds for biofuels such as wood stoves and wood burning for home heating. Cell 2 cut funds for biofuels such as corn-based ethanol for automobile fuel. Cell 3 cut funds for wood and other biofuels used to replace coal burning in industrial plants. Cell 4 cut funds for fossil fuels as well as cut funds for biofuels. Cartoon 3 of 5 If science funds are restored, enact regulations that fund removal of indoor residential wood-burning appliances. Cell 1 fund resident-owned Purple Air PM 2.5 monitors. Cell 2 given free to any near neighbor of an indoor residential wood burner. Cell 3 whose wood-burning PM 2.5 emissions enter the yard of the near neighbor and sicken them. Cell 4 use the data downloadable from the Purple Air map as evidence to shut down each indoor residential wood-burning appliance, one appliance at a time if necessary. Cartoon 4 of 5 If science funds are restored, enact regulations that make electric vehicles and public transport affordable. Cell 1 reinstate rebates for electric vehicles. Cell 2 fund high-speed electric transport that will be low cost to all. Cell 3 enact fuel regulations to discourage production of gas-powered vehicles. Cell 4 fund research that makes production of electric vehicles efficient and cost-effective. Cartoon 5 of 5 If science funds are restored, enact regulations that make home heating and transport by electric vehicle affordable. Cell 1 do not allow subsidies for luxury electric vehicles. Cell 2 do not allow subsidies for home heating for individuals making over a certain salary. Cell 3 tax the rich to provide clean energy subsidies for the middle income and poor. Cell 4 keep in mind that the Energy Department and the EPA should work to stop air pollution that harms human health as well as slow climate change.
Webisode 57DHYAFZZFLYM January 4, 2026 Would smoke affect the family adversely? Cartoon 1 of 2 Cell 1 When you know you are not protecting your family well enough. When you replace air filters and air purifiers every month instead of every 6 months. Just do not burn wood indoors residentially to begin with. Cell 2 When you are scared whenever someone opens a window. Just do not burn wood indoors residentially to begin with. Cartoon 2 of 2 Cell 1 It gives me no great joy to say this. Smog towers do not work. Cell 2 Carbon capture does not work. Just do not burn wood industrially in place of coal to begin with.
Red Green Fox here. The quick Red Green Fox jumped over the barriers to clean air. Red Green Fox here, ready to sing to you the names of the 2025 major wood-burning biomass industry subsidy opponents. 1 Biofuel Watch. 2 Bulkley Valley Stewardship Coalition of British Columbia, Canada. 3 Kommite Schoen Luft, which means Beautiful Air Committee in German. 4 Dogwood Alliance. 5 Equity Group Foundation, nicknamed EGF. 6 Environmental Paper Network, nicknamed EPN. 7 Natural Resources Defense Council, nicknamed NRDC. 8 Prakaunia Narzeks Wysokie Istot, which means Workshop for All Beings in Polish. 9 Rachel Carson Council. 10 Solutions for Our Climate, nicknamed SFOC.
Cat's corner strategy with Tiger and Leone. Saying the quiet part out loud. Roar. Hi, I am Tiger. Our human asked us to get up from our naps and start Cat's corner strategy with Tiger and Leone. She gave us a list of internet allies which we will post for her here.
Hi, I am Leone. It is better for your mental fitness to go to these websites than to go to bro sites for advice. Substack letters from an American Heather Cox Richardson. Substack your local epidemiologist. The Midas Touch. The Guardian. The New York Times.
One introduction. RoSEPView. The United States government was on track in the Biden administration to reduce the prices for both clean energy heat pumps and clean energy electric cars. Trump tariffs are expected to upset those plans to prevent future air pollution and prevent climate change. The United States government should, instead of certifying wood stoves as safe when they are not safe, go forward with regulations that ban wood stove use and direct government money for use of forest refuse only for home building and furniture building. For just a few examples of use of forest products for non-burning uses, it is well known from scientific and medical research that wood burning is a substantial source of PM 2.5 emissions, yet the wood burning industry uses the scientifically debunked theory named carbon neutrality of wood burning to argue that wood burning replacing coal burning in industry, and in a trickle-down argument that wood burning should continue for home heating should continue. Presumably because it is called renewable, wood may be renewable in the sense that a tree can be planted in the place of a cut-down burned tree. But it takes centuries or decades for the newly planted tree to attain the stature of the cut-down burned tree. During those centuries or decades, photosynthesis, which converts CO2 to oxygen, and so sequesters some carbon, will not take place at the same rate as photosynthesis was performed previously, and wood burning emits both CO2 and PM 2.5, and PM 2.5 is not absorbed by trees, so PM 2.5 is not diminished by planting a tree in the place of a cut-down and burned tree. In fact, a living tree closes its pores against the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning, just as humans hold their breath in the presence of PM 2.5 from nearby wood burning. And when a tree closes its pores, the level of photosynthesis that absorbs CO2 pollution goes down. Wood burning emits 90% PM 2.5 particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lung, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Contrary to many beliefs, wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel coal burning, and wood burning emits 450 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel natural gas burning. Replacing coal burning with wood burning creates more air pollution in the form of CO2 and PM 2.5 than coal burning. This emission data comes from testing the cleanest burning wood stove in the United Kingdom. The Eco-Design Wood Stove International Convention does not count the emissions from wood burning. The emissions from wood burning are erased from all countries around the world when calculating if each country has met its climate goals. This non-counting or erasure of wood burning emissions data from climate goals does not mean wood burning emissions do not exist. RoSEPView. Purple air. PM 2.5 monitors hanging from the eaves of the house of a near neighbor should be used to measure the level of PM 2.5 in the air hyperlocally in the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners. If PM 2.5 levels exceed World Health Organization standards of 5 micrograms per cubic meter annually, then that evidence of air pollution from wood burning should lead to the shutdown of that indoor residential wood burning appliance, one appliance at a time if necessary.